Anti-whiteism is a unifying ideology, and anti-whites work in concert even when they don't have a central master. So many of the error made in the resistance to our victimization across the West is a consequence of midwittery, rank midwittery, to which many vegetables, many midget wits out there, they circle around and they just can't lap up enough of. They just can't. It's like dung beetles just waiting for the manna to fall from heaven off the cow's ass. They're just like, please drop some more of the goodies upon us. That's a consequence of midwittery. And it's possible, I mean, it happens that people who are brighter than that are blinded by tradition, are blinded by the inability to think laterally, or by so many different ways. And they come to these conclusions. I mean, you can see it all day long. Everywhere you go, the conversation about who are the masters, who are the orchestrators, who is the cabal. There has to be some sort of global elite. Never call the anti-white oligarchs that. But there has to be. There just must be. And the reason why these people think that is because they're too fucking dumb to know that there doesn't have to be. There absolutely doesn't have to be. You take a animal, the human animal, and it is programmable with ideas. And once programmed with ideas, whatever the context might be, you will get a set of outcomes. The programmers are all of the programmed. They are all contributing to the ideology. So this infernal, just infested, sickening, and not only that, notion that there has to be some sort of leadership engenders depression, engenders black-pilled emotions. Because when you begin attributing everything to these omniscient, omnipotent, whether it's the Jews, whether it is the Catholics, whether it is kind of a big thing back in the day, the fight between it's the Jesuits, it's the Jews, and I'm like, you guys are both idiots. When you submit to that stupidity, you disempower yourself. You come to the conclusion that anybody who can know all things and do all things and can make assassinations happen like this and get away and always leave a patsy perfectly in the place, naturally you come to the conclusion of depression, that nothing can be done. And I've said it many times before. The smartest thing that devious anti-whites can do is to engender more of that thinking in the white population. You don't want a white population that is seeing the world as something that we can change. You want the white population thinking there are mortal gods that are causing all of this to happen. We see it all the time in this community. People come in, sometimes they stay for a while and they pass right out because they begin entertaining this Jew-spurging notions, or this hidden hand, if you will, notion. They set the economy like this. They do the industry like that. They do immigration like this over here. Some like cigar smoking and who knows what kind of a castle. Maybe it's like an Elysium hell, and they literally have some sort of floating nothingness out there that they're orchestrating it all from. If you entertain that notion, you surrender. And that's the purpose of it. And of course, the average folks who maybe aren't even being subjected to ideology that's intended to do that, when they come into the picture and they bring with them their rank midwittery, this is a conclusion that they come to on their own as well. So you'll see if somebody is in this community or used to be in this community or is orbiting further and further away from this community and they're getting depressed, they're getting down and out, it's because they've started making their bed with garbage juicebergs again. And why is a juiceberg garbage? In my opinion, not because at least not first, because they are blanketing every person born Jewish as an anti-white. No, the reason they're garbage, first and foremost, for me, is that everything they're prescribing, all of their assessments are pernicious for the white race. They undermine us. And so, indeed, they are anti-white. At the end of the day, everything that they're arguing, including Fuentes, everything that they're arguing is anti-white. They are occupying people with ideas and notions that they cannot effect any change over. And then they say, oh, well, you've got to know to be able to do something. But what are you doing? Nothing. Nothing. So at the final analysis, these people are all anti-white. And they deserve what happens to them. But white children don't. Good white people like are in this community, we don't deserve it. They might deserve it, but we don't. And we don't allow this kind of thinking.